Hello! So today we are doing a tapping on anxiety, and this is something that you might need to come back to when you feel you're a little bit heightened or you're feeling anxious or stressed about something. It's going to be a general tapping on anxiety. I'll bring more in the future for sure, but this tapping is just going to allow us to step into a little bit less anxiety and just hopefully feeling a little bit more neutral. So I really encourage you to bring to mind what you're anxious about throughout this tapping. You don't even have to verbalize it or say what you are anxious about, but even just having it in the back of your mind before you start, maybe set the intention of clearing some of that anxiety, or maybe even doing it a couple of times and changing the words a little bit so they suit you. And when you're ready, just closing down your eyes, and we're going to take a few nice deep breaths before we start. We'll take 3 nice deep breaths in. So just breathing in for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. And breathing out for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathing in for 4. 2, 3, 4. And breathing out for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And just breathing in. 2, 3, 4. And then on the exhale, just letting it all out. 2, 3, 4, 5. And just taking note of where in your body you're noticing this anxiety. Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? And just taking mental note of how that feels for you. And if you feel called to, you can rate this anxiety from a 1 to a 10. So 1 being, I don't feel very anxious, and 10 being extremely anxious, very heightened, not feeling in self. And it's good to just take note of that before we start today, because you will notice you'll drop. So if you notice yourself drop a couple, that's amazing. If you notice yourself just dropping 1, you might need to repeat this one again in a few hours, or just see how you go. So when you're ready, have a big drink of water, and we can start on the side of the hand and just repeating after me. I feel really anxious. All of this anxiety in my chest, anxiety in my stomach, and I just can't seem to switch my mind off. But even though I'm feeling really anxious right now, I love and accept and forgive myself. All of this anxiety, all of this fear and anxiety, I'm acknowledging it now. I'm not trying to hide away from how I feel, because I feel really anxious. And maybe I don't even know why. So even though I'm bubbling over with anxiety, like a pot that's too hot on the stove, I love and accept and forgive myself anyway. Because it's okay to have anxiety. And I'm doing the right thing by tapping on it. And I'm making the decision now to just let some of this anxiety go. Even though it feels like I'll always have this anxiety, I trust and believe that it won't be here forever. And maybe I need to take some rest. Maybe I need to stop being so hard on myself. Or maybe I need to stop burning the candle at both ends. So even though I have this anxiety, I love and accept and forgive myself. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath in. And then releasing. And just rolling your neck, rolling your shoulders a little bit. Take another nice deep breath in and release. And when you're ready, we can start on the top of the head. All of this anxiety, I feel like it's taking over. I feel like I'm just one big ball of anxiety. And I find it hard to focus on what I want to do, or even what I need to do. I just keep coming back to this anxious feeling and wondering, when is it going to pass? Or is it ever going to pass? Am I just going to be anxious forever? So I'm letting this anxiety go. This anxiety is not serving me. This anxiety is not elevating me. And this anxiety is not who I am. So I'm letting this anxiety go now. Little by little, I notice my body relaxing. And I just bring my awareness back to my body. And just breathe into those anxious parts. Breathing into my chest. Breathing into my stomach. Wherever I'm feeling that anxiety, I'm just going to breathe into it and let the breath dissolve it. And saying thank you. Thank you for trying to keep me safe. Thank you for trying to warn me about something. But right now, I am the boss. And I'm taking control. I'm taking control of my life. And I'm taking the reins. And I will not let anxiety define me. And if this anxiety is just coming as a sign that maybe I need to slow down, that maybe I have been burning the candle at both ends, or maybe I'm hanging out with people that aren't for my highest good. Whatever the case, I'm letting that anxious feeling go. I'm letting this anxiety dissolve. I just have to remember that I have to breathe. And that it won't be this way forever. And that anxiety is not who I am at my core. So I choose to feel more confident. I choose to feel more happy. I choose to look for the good and not the bad. And I believe that every day in every way, I get less and less anxious. And every day in every way, I get better at learning how to deal with my anxiety. I am the boss here. My body, my rules. And if something comes up that I don't like, I just have to make the decision to sit with it and then let it go. Not just try to push it down and get rid of it straight away. Sit with it, figure out where it's coming from, and let it go. I'm letting my anxiety go now. I'm letting all of my anxiety go. I'm telling my entire nervous system that I am safe. I am safe and I am looked after. And I am supported. Even if I'm my own support system, I can handle it. And I don't need to be this anxious forever. I am not anxiety and I am setting myself free. Okay, take a nice deep breath in. And then releasing and just seeing how you feel. Just rate yourself on a 1 to 10 again. Hopefully your anxiety has dropped a little bit. If there is anything in particular you are anxious about, you can just tap on the side of the hand and talk about that one specific issue, or even just the collarbone. I love the collarbone points. When you're driving, you can do that one. Or when you're just walking in the streets, people can't notice that one. And that's a beautiful way to just reduce your cortisol and reduce your stress. So come back to this tapping as you need, hopefully not too often. And I will speak to you soon. I love you. Mwah.